So sir, simulan natin yung experience mo on your very start of your preparation. Or ano ba yung nag-push sa'yo? Why you wanted to become a USRN in the first place?
Yes, thank you. First of all, I would like to thank IPASS for having this opportunity. Okay, for the interview. Okay, what pushed me to become a USRN? Actually, this is a long dream of mine. This has been my dream 10 years ago. And with a lot of things that happened to me after graduating nursing, so I ended up working in a non-medical field related job. So, yun, hindi ako nakapag-work sa nursing. And then after that, ito na, there's been changes. Nagpa-change ng mind ko na kailangan ko bumalik sa nursing. Kasi I love the job. Nung nagtatrabaho pa ako noon sa Baguio General Hospital, it was challenging and everything. I love the job. But financially kasi, isa sa atin dito sa Philippines, so we have to accept the fact na kailangan nating magtrabaho in order to survive. So that's the reason why hindi ako nag-nursing noon sa trabaho ko. But then, so ngayon, may chance, may opportunity, and then, I have to follow someone there. Kaya, yun, kailangan ko mag-take ng exam for this matter. So, ayun, and I saw IPASS sa Facebook and naano rin sa akin ng sister ko na marami siyang narinig that's good with IPASS. So, I opted to apply with IPASS now.
Kasi, guys, si Sir Mark is not a nurse sa first course niya. Ang first course niya was PT.
PT, yeah.
So, what made you decide na mag-change career ka because of what you said?
Ang pinaka-first na talaga gustong-gusto ko na course is nursing. Noon, way back 1999. So, I'm really old na. So, yun, yung mga matatanda na dyan, don't do so. Okay, so, ganito yun. I wanted to be in a nursing field noon pa. But then, nung time na yun, ang lakas kasi ng physical therapy. Talagang, if you graduate PT, talagang nakakaalis ka agad ng bansa. Yun. So, it was very easy then. So, all of my aunt na mga nurses din na nasa America, my uncle, so they're pushing me to be a nurse. So I need to be a physical therapist. So I ended up graduated as a physical therapist. And after that, nung graduate na ako ng PT, yun naman yung time na biglang nag-stop yung hiring sa States. Talagang nawala yun. And the board exam was a struggle for me. Hirapan talaga ako sa board exam. So after that, and then there has been family problems, my grandmother died and all those stuff. So, I opted to somewhere else muna. So, parang walang nangyari sa buhay ko for how many years. So, nagtrabaho-trabaho lang sa kahit anong trabaho. And then, when my aunt told me that if I wanted to become a nurse, then I should go to Baguio. Kaya yun, doon ako nag-aral sa Baguio for nursing.
I see. So, nag-aral ka sa Baguio and then you graduated nursing. And then right after you graduated nursing, nagtrabaho ka ba agad sa hospital, sir?
Yes.
Because as what I have known, you also work sa BPO company, right?
That's correct. After I graduated nursing, so remember noon, very pa yung mga volunteer. So I volunteered as a nurse because they're not gonna accept you right away. So they took advantage of this is that time. So I even paid 5,000 for that internship. So I mean for that volunteer or graduate nurse program. So I had like 3 rotations there, so almost 1 year. 1 year din yun. So yun, and after that, kasi yun nga, you don't have salary, you don't have money, so you're even putting out money to go to work and everything. Kailangan mo pang magka-allowance. So aside from the payment that you're making for the institution or for the hospital, so yun, nag-decide ako na kailangan ko magkatrabaho kasi I'm living my own. When I was in Baguio, I was living my own. So kailangan kong kumita. Ayun, I decided to join the BPO. Then I was in the BPO for 6 years, almost 7 years. So yun, then after that, I stopped. Then doon na ako nag-decide na mag-nurse. Ay mag-ano ng exam, mag-push na yung exam. That was last year.
I can relate to your experience, Sir Mark, kasi also before, nung nag-experience as a nurse, ang sahod lang namin that time was 4,000. Like,
oh my God.
Yung kutsa namin dati is, kukunan na naman natin yung 4 million natin. But anyhow, that was still, like, masasabi ko na it's still a good experience. At least, may naka-experience tayo. At least at this time, nag-improve na siya, na wala nang ganun. So, paid naman na yung mga experience or yung work ng mga nurses at this time. So,
correct.
You mentioned, Sir Mark, na from BPO, you decided na mag-NCLEX. So, what made you decide ano ba yung, were you influenced by friends or others, or yung BPO company niyo ba is may certain USRN program ba sila na wherein mas malaki yung sahod ng USRN sila?
Not really. It's just a matter of, yung mga nakikita ko ng mga madami kasing post na nagsisilabasan na
Mm-hmm.
it's the best time to apply now, to take
Mm-mm.
exam. Alam mo kasi minsan yung algorithm ng Facebook na once makabrowse ka lang ng isa, then everything will just pop up right away. So that happened. So it ignited my interest again with nursing, my love for nursing. I've been longing to go back, but it's just not possible right away because of finances and everything. Because I know if I'll go back, it's either I will settle with a lesser salary, and then it's not gonna let go. And so we have to be practical. So by then, since merong help na natanggap din yung family and everything, na medyo okay naman na nakapag-ipon. That's why sabi ko sa sarili ko, okay, this is the time na mag-e-exam na ako. Aside from reason na gusto ko rin talaga pumunta sa Amerika. Kasi nandun na rin yung ibang mga family ko, mga relatives ko, para masundan din sila. I'm not getting young. I have to make sure na, ma-secure din yung future natin. And I think that would be the way. This would be my path na ma-secure yung future natin.
That's really true. So, kailangan natin ng like future investments, like for the family as well. So, with regard to the NCLEX preparation, Sir Mark, how did you prepare for your NCLEX? Because I know na struggle talaga with anybody else ang pag-prepare for the NCLEX. So, how were you able to make it?
Yes, like in my case, I was not in the medical field. So all those, familiar things, even some terms, even some procedures, it's really difficult for me to recall everything, Kasi wala na ako sa circulation noon. Pero I started, like sabi ko, okay, I'll start studying. When I started to browse, parang ang dami kong resources, ang dami kong nasa akin na, ang dami ko nang download. Meron akong mga books, then I don't know where to start. I don't know how to start. Yun ang problema pala pagka, you would like to take the NCLEX. Kasi alam mo naman na wala ka ng school, kumbaga wala ng parang hindi organized yung magiging flow ng study mo. So ang ginawa ko, I just collected all the resources and everything. Pumunta ako sa mga websites na gaya din sa IPASS. Kumbaga ang nangyari sa akin sa last quarter of last year, between October and December, is just only mind conditioning. Like, I would need to make sure that if ever I'll be seated to study, yung magiging focus ka na talaga na alam mo yun, na parang mag-aaral ka ulit and everything. So that's what I did. I even tried to answer questions. It was a failure. Like, I tried to answer question like 20 items. I only get 8, 9, ganun. Parang nakaka-disappoint. But at the same time, pero nai-ignite yung utak mo, at least na nako-condition mo na mag-aaral ka at mag-review.
That's really good. That's a good point. I-stress out natin, no, yung mind conditioning. Kasi importante yun sa mga test takers na they have to be familiar first with the things na dapat nilang aralin. At least aware sila kung ano yung mga pwedeng lumabas, possibilities na pwedeng ma-encounter nila on their NCLEX. So how long was your preparation, Sir Mark?
Seriously, yung talaga, if I'm going to count on the days that I really, sit down and study, it's just around 3 months. Which, and after that, nag-rest muna ako ng 2 weeks. Dami kong rest. Despite during that time, I already had the schedule for March 15. So, January to February. So, March 15 na sana yon. And then, nangyari na yung pandemic. So, na-cancel. So, sabi ko, okay, I'll give myself 2 weeks. Almost 2 weeks yun na hindi ako nagana after the review. Parang pinarest ko muna yung sarili. Doon na, I started to open my Saunders, yung book. Ako kasi, I'm not, with studying sa screen kasi sumasakit yung ulo ko. So you really have to make sure also kung saan ka comfortable when it comes to studying, because sometimes if you're really stressed with the screen, so you might resort with books instead. Kasi sa akin, I rather study sa books kaysa sa screen. Yung sa mga PDF, ganun. So, sa mga e-books, kasi mahirap. So, yun ang ginawa ko. Kumuha ko ng book, and then doon ako nag-aral. Talagang what I did, I have to make sure that I'm going to read at least 30 pages a day. Kasi inano ko yung time frame ko. Kung hindi ko matatapos ito, parang sabi ko, I wouldn't be confident kung hindi ko matapos yung Saunders na book. Para hindi ko ma-blame yung sarili ko na, halimbawa, may encounter ako na question sa exam. Hindi ko talaga ito nadaanan, parang ganon. Kasi hindi ko tinapos yung Saunders, parang ganon. I don't want to blame myself after. So, parang pinush ko talaga siya that I have to read 30 to 50 pages a day. My sa morning, yun, doon ako magbabasa. And then in the afternoon, I'll try to answer questions. Ganun. And then kung meron akong hindi natapos, then I'll finish it at night. Hindi ko talagang sobrang dine-drain yung sarili mo in a day. Because if you'll drain yourself in a day, it's hard for you to study again tomorrow. It's better that you'll have just an ample time for this day and then you do it every day. Parang ganun. Sa akin ganun yung style ko. Pero meron din akong rest days. Like in a week, I'll rest for 2 days na as in wala talaga, hindi talaga ako mag-browse. Then bawi na naman the following day. You have to rest, then you have.
I think you really made a perfect preparation, like strategic planning kung like, for example, meron lang akong 3 months or 4 months, so you plan na in a day, ano ba yung dapat na matapos mo. So that was really excellent na preparation. And also, your point was, hindi siya dapat drastic yung preparation mo, like cramming, we call it cramming, right?
Yes.
Na dapat slowly, but at least may, doon sa mga konti-konti, at least may nakuha ka talaga. You have perfectly understood doon sa topic na yon.
Yes, ma'am. That's what I noticed as well. It's really a matter of quality studying rather than the quantity. And then make sure that you know sometimes, like, you would mafe-feel mo if this certain topic is really common or not. So kung hindi siya medyo common, huwag mo na munang i-touch. You make sure that you touch base with those really core topics na malalaman mo rin. So it helps also when you go with sa mga yung sa kagaya sa Facebook, ma'am, like yung mga meron kasi mga groups na talagang about NCLEX, about NCLEX, ganun. And then, doon, malalaman mo kung ano yung mga core topics, ano yung mga experience nila. So, at least doon, ma-focus mo kung ano yung aralin mo pa. And then, you recall during your college days kung ano yung pinaka-weak mo. That's what I did pala. Inalam ko kung ano yung pinaka-weak ko. My weakest is maternity. OB maternity, ganun. And then, so, ginawa ko, since pag-start ko ng Saunders kasi, di ba yung mga first few chapters doon about culture, lahat-lahat. And after that, yung maternity na. So parang, okay, ito kasi nauna yung yung weakest part ko na So inuna ko siya. Binalikan ko siya halos twice ko binalikan yung mga topics doon sa Saunders. Binasa ko siya kasi talagang medyo ako sa maternity. So yun. Then, after that, sunod-sunod na yung hindi mo pa nabasa or hindi mo masyado naintindihan, yun, babalikan mo yun. But it's good talaga. I really suggest na kung meron ka pang time, like 3 months siguro before your exam, take time to read Saunders. Because, yes, Smart Clemic is there, but it's not complete. It's there also, but it's also not complete. It's just making you familiar with how the questions being thrown to you or how you would strategically answer the questions. But it's not really the super content of everything. So if you lack contents, maganda talaga if you're gonna read. Or if you don't want to read, then you might as well enroll with review centers if you have time and the budget.
Yeah, tama yung mga points mo, Sir Mark. And also, Sir Mark, during the preparation, ano yung mga challenges mo, Sir Mark? Because I know, aside from pandemic, also sometimes there will be personal struggles na na-encounter natin, like nahihirapan tayo mag-study, like time management. So, on your experience, ano yung na-encounter mo as challenge during the preparation?
Sa akin, ang pinaka-challenge ko is tamad kasi ako. Tamad akong magbasa. This is the reality when I was in college. Hindi talaga ako nagbabasa halos nung college ako. And then what I do, I even ask my classmates for photocopy na lang ng notes and everything.